Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's Market Wrap. So I am back in Philly, finally got to spend a weekend at home with the wife and Max. It was really nice to be home, sit by a fire, and just relax. I can't wait to spend some quality time for Christmas when everybody will finally be home. And as usual this weekend, my Giants looked like crap, but at least we had some decent college football to watch. So 3 watches we really liked this week, and I had some interesting things to choose from. And we rarely talk about Cartier on this show, but they really do have a reason to live. And today I've got the Rotonde Astrotourbillon, a high watchmaking jewel that is in the vein of classic Cartier mystery watches. It's a rare limited edition piece. We don't see many of these around, and I truly think it's an underappreciated jewel. The second piece we've got today is a Roger Dubuis Sympathie Chrono. Now, I love 2 registers chronos. I love rose gold black dials. It's just a cool piece from a brand that's starting to get more and more attention. There's only 28 of these pieces made, Geneva seal movement. It's truly a unique chrono. And last but certainly not least is an early Franck Muller Perpetual. It's a classic 35mm Perpetual calendar in white gold. I love his early work. He was really one of the true first independents. Love having that in the collection. So we've talked a lot about Dubai Watch Week, what a great time it was, all the people we got to meet. But I realized we didn't spend a lot of time talking about actual watches. So I thought it'd be fun to talk about a few of our favorites that were released during this show. Now the first piece is a Girard-Perregaux. They released 2 limited edition Laureatos, both in stainless steel. I love this model. I think in stainless steel it's a great sports watch. And they came out with 2 beautiful variants with Grand Fou enamel dials, one in blue, one in green, both limited to 188 pieces. Just an awesome piece at a great value. Now the second piece just makes me smile every time I look at it. It's by Konstantin Chaykin. I got to meet him in person. It was a great honor. I love his work. I especially love his clocks that nobody talks about. And his new introduction was a Minion, stainless steel with a yellow enamel dial. It just makes me smile every time I see it. Now our third piece is from our friends at Moser. They launched their first bronze piece, and it's a heritage, classic design. It pays tribute to their Russian history and is just a classic Moser look. And last, but certainly not least, is possibly the best ladies' watch I've seen in years. Now this is the collaboration between MB&F and Bulgari, the Flying T Allegra. Truly combines the DNA of both brands. It is just amazingly beautiful, technically incredible, only made 20 pieces of each metal, and from what I'm hearing, sold out almost immediately. So yesterday we had a big surprise, a drop in the watch market, as Patek Philippe announced a limited edition with Tiffany to celebrate the 170th anniversary of the partnership between the 2 companies. Now, typically a new limited edition would not create this kind of stir, but for a number of reasons, this really shook the market. Now first, let's say the 5711-1A Tiffany Blue is amazing. It's absolutely gorgeous, might be one of the prettiest watches I've seen in years, and nobody can argue it'll be one of the most sought-after watches ever released. But it really begs the question, why? So we were all told the 5711-1A was discontinued, and the swan song was the green dial that was introduced earlier this year. Mr. Stern had told the market that he didn't want Patek to be known as the Nautilus company, and was concerned they were just getting known as making sports watches, while their classic product was being overlooked, so they were going to discontinue the 5711-1A. The green dial came out, it was a big hit. But now with the introduction of the new 5711 Tiffany, people are only talking about Nautilus. Now to make matters worse, the first piece is going to be sold via auction this weekend at Philips. Now this will cement the piece as a 7-figure watch, and in my humble opinion, goes against everything they've talked about. I also think it'll certainly upset anybody who bought the green Nautilus, especially at the values they were trading at. Now, the green Nautilus was for months kind of the ultimate flex Nautilus, and now that's been relegated to the background as the Tiffany is really the watch to have. Now, one thing for sure, Patek has put themselves on the front page of every watch publication, every internet site. All the talk this week is about Nautilus, it's about Patek. Now, they say any publicity is good publicity, and Patek has certainly accomplished that this week. So that was this week's Market Wrap. Look forward to seeing you again next week.